Okay, so yeah, now she's got a level up. What the hell? Sometimes I don't understand this game. I really don't. Hmm. Energy and electrical.
Time to even the odds.
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved. Systems failing, master. Systems failing, master.
Yeah, she is the one to pick
Systems
to
failing,
support Adam.
master.
Alright, we're not going to waste computer spikes this time, so we're just going to grab the shutdown protocol.
I hear you.
Use my lock picker.
You're the Zach.
Right.
How may I serve?
That is why you pick a Jedi. And she's got master deflection skills too, so...
Just say the word. More where that came from.
See how dumb the AI is? Just rushing in there? Like... I go against many opponents.
Everyone down. More where that came from. More where that came from.
Them saying it the way they're saying it is suspicious, so I'm picking them up. Paying attention to what they say when they die. Ooh, we got a code drop. on. There we go. Right? Stormtrooper logic, precisely.
Just say the word.
The honor is mine.
Okay, so we went with lightning last time. We shouldn't. 1d6 for every 2 levels of the attacking character. Improved battle meditation, maybe? Oh, we need to start prepping for other Jedi, so we'll give her the Force one.
I hear you.
The honor is mine.
Thank you for the stay hydrated. Alright, so if I remember right, there's turrets in that door. Just more of these droids? That's no problem.
A weakness is revealed.
More where that came from.
0, 0.
Okay.
Poison is spreading through my body.
Poison is spreading through my body. Oh no. Whatever will she do? The poison is spreading through her body.
How may I serve? The honor is mine.
More where that came from.
Alright, because I have the master energy of this resistance, these shouldn't be able to hurt me at all.
Time to take you down to stop. Let's settle this.
I shall make this one see.
Right? That's why you're a Jedi. Also, this is the reason you haven't been seeing me make shields in the game. It's because I've been sticking with mainly a Jedi party. And blasters, they don't really have to worry about. Like in this room, we're just gonna go yoink.
Time to even the odds. Let's settle this.
I shall make this one
More
see.
where that came from.
I shall make this one see.
Everyone down.
Yeah, the Jedi are the most overpowered class. And I think you're able to, at a later point in the game, if it's anything like KOTOR 1, you can make everyone a Jedi. Nope. On this playthrough, we're not even using the voice aiding ones. A med station. Unfortunately, it's a med station.
The honor is mine.
Alright. Yep. Dual blasters have higher damage output than single blasters. Like, dueling is good in this, it's just not good
My
enough.
life is yours. My life is yours.
Pure Bazak.
There's the upgrade workbench. But the problem is, I'm not on a crafting character. That's one of the issues we're
Just say
running
the word.
into, is these characters aren't
Pure
crafters.
Bazak.
My crafting character is Bowdur, so we have to specifically put him in the party. Come on, get out of his way, please. Thank you.
The honor is mine.
Just say the word.
The honor is mine.
He's a monk, so he has abilities that as he levels up, he gets more powers in terms of monk. But his class is the tech specialist, which in
I hear you.
traditional D&D for this is the they specialize in hacking, crafting, things like that, modifying weapons.
Let me take care of this. Pure Bazak.
The only thing he's not good at is treat injury. However, he has the ability to take it as a class skill. I just haven't given it to him yet. Buster Rocket.
How may I serve?
Like, Atten comes close to being a crafter. However, don't have it yet. There's a belt in the game called the Tex. It's because he has a cybernetic arm. The reason he's a monk, everyone in the game gets unarmed specialist. But what makes him a monk is he has a cybernetic arm that does an energy discharge anytime you punch something. So he gets free damage for punching things.
Just say the word.
The honor is mine.
Which effectively makes him a which effectively is what makes him a monk.
More where that came from.
Yeah, well, he's essentially a martial artist. It's just he gets perks that benefits.
Very resourceful, but they shall go no farther. Deploy the guard droids. Raise the force fields. We will trap them within the ship. Activate the mines. Let us see
Money.
how far they get now.
Money and crafting resources. Also, I like how this thing is refusing to attack me, and it's just like, fine, I will kill you. Activate the mines.
Just say
Well,
the word.
here's the thing. Thank you for the free money.
My life is yours.
More where that came from.
5 minutes later. Also, let's quick save while we're at it, since we've gotten further than before. So we're gonna turn on solo mode because we're gonna skirt these to go fight.
More where that came from.
Revealed. A weakness is revealed. A weakness is revealed.
Nope, he set that one off like an idiot. Alright, we gotta wait for combat to end. Okay, we're clear there, so we can go pick up these mines. But yeah, the more powerful a mine, the more resources it breaks into for crafting and stuff like that.
How may I serve?
Nope, I activated the flame suppression unit.
Time to even the odds. What is this place? Some kind of control center?
I
Computer.
suggest you surrender. Your chances for escaping this vessel are near zero, and your chances of survival are rapidly approaching.
He's in the room
that
with this
number.
guy.
Your ship and your lives are mine. The only question is how much resources you want me to expend in subduing you.
Look at all that money. So much money. Oh, that's a lot of money. That's all I see there is money. Okay, we're gonna enter solo mode again.
Wait here.
He's gonna stealth up. That's a poor force field, right? It only blocks that path, but not going around. Yep, so did I, and then I'm like, I'll just see if what happens when I go around.
Time to take you down to size. Everyone down!
See, this is what I've been missing from the entire time I had been on Nar Shaddaa so far. This is the stuff I like, alright. I know there's still like 2 more.
More where that came from.
Yep. They had some combat, but it was just a breeze through. Like, you walk in, you just bitch slap it, and it dies. This combat, you know, even though I'm a little overpowered, if I'm not buffed, I still die very quickly.
I hear you.
My life is yours.
Also, this force field is easy enough to take out. We just stick a lightsaber in it.
You say the word.
But look at all these deadly frag mines for me to defuse. Also, my nose won't stop itching and it's driving me up the wall. Or using Bowdur, that tech specialist, his fist, if he punches a wall with it, it destroys the wall. But lightsabers basically break the game. That's why fun challenge runs people will do, like with Kreia, the other Jedi in my party, she is non-lightsaber. I'm making her specialize in melee weapons. Also, Kreia is missing a hand. No, she started off with perks that benefited using melee weapons better than lightsabers, and she still gets the Jedi deflector abilities. Just she has to pick a force power that lets her use non-lightsabers for deflecting. So she can still do the exact same thing a Jedi does, but with a sword. Like, she can deflect a blaster bolt back at them using her hand instead of a sword. So, and some of the melee weapons have the power to become even more powerful than a lightsaber. Yes. There's a perk that lets you use it with just the force in your hand.
My life is yours.
So, Visage has it as well. Visage? Feats. So this is the Jedi one here. It gives a character a +6 bonus to all deflection rolls. Certain items cause an cause and apply a bonus or a penalty to this. In order to even do it, though, you have to have a lightsaber equipped to do it normally. However, she has a force power called Force Deflection. This power gives the Jedi the ability to deflect any ranged attack without a lightsaber. She can't deflect blaster bolts back at enemies, however, this power is always in effect. The upgraded version of it, though, is this gives the ability to deflect ranger attacks without a blast or lightsaber. Unlike Force Deflection, you can now reflect these attacks back at the enemy and get an additional +3. So Kreia has that mastered as well. So she gets a +12, I think, to her deflection. +9.
Yours.
There are no bullets in this. It's only lasers. So anything fired from a blaster can be deflected. So when I'm using... So, yeah. Unfortunately, there's no, like, handguns in the game. Neither. It would... So... In this game, they give lightsabers the energy class. In traditional D&D, they don't have a damage type. They just ignore anything. If it's metal, they just cut right through it, things like that.
How may I
Also, a
serve?
force wielder would be able to stop your bullet in midair and fire it back at you just using force push, because of how a bullet functions. That's why they switched to blasters, because they fire like way faster than a bullet can ever fire, and a Jedi has to take special training in order to deflect it. Yep. Yes, because they use the
say the
force to
word.
augment their movement. So, energy can be detected through the force, so that's how she can see through. They can use the force to benefit themselves.
I
Yes.
hear you. Let me take care of this.
Essentially.
How may
If
I
you've
serve?
watched Star Wars, it's more they predict where it's going to go and they move where it's going to go before it actually gets there. If you've seen the movies. So anytime they're deflecting blaster bolts, they're more just putting their lightsaber in the path of where it's already going to go, because it can predict where it's going to go from that range. Regular blasters fire slower. Like, the speed is actually slower. Like, they don't move 100% the speed of light, but they move close. The only thing that moves that fast would be like a sniper rifle style blaster. Others are slower than that.
I hear you.
Like, if we watch Atten when he's fighting, he's using a regular blaster, so they move slower. The bolts travel
My
slower.
life is yours.
It's easier to consider them a bolt than a laser. A bolt of energy. Hey, it's our main character. Boom! We got 2,200 experience for that. They can block it, yes. They would have to be really good at it, though. Has insane stats right now, by the way. Look at his dexterity, 21. Like, that's insane. Also, they can get abilities that... So, you see this precise shot perk. And if you were an average person, your stats would be a 10 or a 12. In real life, if you're basing it off a real life person. He's got like a 20. So the precise shot tree that you're seeing here increases the damage by ranged weapons of 2 and also applies a -4 penalty to any attempt to deflect it. This is an automatic whenever a ranged weapon is equipped. It doesn't apply to grenades or thrown lightsabers. So this is how in the D&D universe you counteract the Jedi's ability to deflect their shots. It has four versions of it, and at level 8 it removes all but 1 point in the deflect skill. Manhattan does 5 to 20 damage. Oh yeah. That 5 to 20. But yeah, my main character doesn't have the... If you look, he's only got the basic ability. So he hasn't really been focusing on his ability to deflect.
How may I
I hear you.
He has one, he just doesn't use it. Because I have... So the reason we don't use a shield when I have the main character is Master Energy Resistance. This power allows the Jedi to shield the entire party in the Force, absorbing the first 20 points from sonic, fire, cold, electrical, and blaster attacks directed at them. Damage above the first 20 is suffered as normal. So unless they crit, they can't damage me. Yeah, it's really insane. The only thing that ignores this is a disruptor rifle, because it does unstoppable damage. Exactly. Who needs to deflect when they just tank it?
The honor is mine.
Just say the word.
How may I serve?
Just say the word.
Alright, we need to head north. And then I'm also working on, with my main character, getting him this one. Force Barrier. Shields myself in the Force only for myself, absorbing slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing attacks, so any melee attack.
The honor is mine.
No. Use my weakest fragmine, please.
I'll just leave this right here.
The honor is mine. My life. I serve my master was aware of a disturbance in the Force. There is little my master does not know, and that you eluded his sight for so long. You cannot. His vessel roams the borders of known space, and even I do not know where he travels. Until he calls for me, even if I could lead you to my master. I cannot permit you to find him until you are ready. If I bring you before my master untested, without your potential realized, then you will be lost to me, and I cannot allow that to happen. It would be as if one brought fire to a paradise valley, shattered a cavern of rare crystal, or blinded a painter.
No problem. You have a wonderful night. Thank you for tuning in, Moltar. I hope to see you next time I'm streaming.
I cannot. I will not. I would die first, and gladly, to preserve you, untouched, unharmed. Now that I have found you, I cannot sacrifice what I have found. You will meet my master, and when you stand before him and realize what you face, you must be prepared. Until then, I must protect you, help you, until you are ready.
Why are you doing this for me?
A greatness in you. A greatness that does not stem from the Force. It stems from who you are. And if my master does not understand you, cannot see you, then perhaps there is hope for us all. But if you seek to survive, then you must understand why this is so. There is much I see my master cannot. My people spend their lives seeing the galaxy, the energy streaming off stars, the growth of life. All things
I wasn't
touched by the
intending to
Force.
start like a whole philosophical thing with this character.
It is not a subject which I have spoken of since its destruction. The planet was not destroyed. It remains. It orbits. I am not to see every... I imagine I... Yes, I put a... He... And... To... He could...
Yay, more light side points. A console on the
Say
bridge.
the
Oh, I
word.
gotta open the hatch all the way on the bridge. Zoom, 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 zoom. I haven't found the one for that system yet then.
How may I serve?
I hear you.
My life is
I hear you.
yours.
Is that a hole to the galaxy right there? That's not a
Thing's
good
stuck.
thing. Have a good night, bro. Alright, so we need to find a control for the droids. So chances are I missed a control code somewhere. Alright, time to save scum this code. Seven. No, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. But yeah, we're gonna go to all the consoles to find what we're looking for. And save scum our way to victory. Okay, so which code are you? So we need to find the one that controls the turrets. Or not the turrets, but the exit. Oh, let's upgrade her lightsaber real quick while I can.
Just say the word.
My life is yours.
There we go. So I have to find the access code to power. There we go. Okay, now we go to the bridge.
More visitors. I don't know how many more of these pests I can disintegrate. Ah, what remains of the bounty hunters have found me. Now it is time to cue the detonation sequence.
Donos emeragith. Wanara korachi drumta
Oh,
sa
boy.
inchobin sasha. Dosima Nar Shaddaa. Taranamo sibu endasarans. Krema sunkun ratungala. Chawi mo jubu nkosoracha.
More where that came from. A weakness is revealed.
No worries. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could tune in. We are fighting our way off of the ship we've been trying to get into. We had an interview with Goto, who was basically like, I need you to save the Republic, even though he's like the head of a gang.
Just say the word.
How many souls?
Also, we now have our main Jedi back.
More where that came from.
My life is yours.
Mechana kreme mopa. Tamasuna ramga ma.
Oh boy.
Anta scream sochi. Norcha hereme chok windido.
Not again.
Kavadumpe masuraku. Popayi botenya. Tachimorota kamsa. Javaskobo subjob. Rigiso karvenokso. Mochitosa sagrindeo.
Ladies, what you need is a man who understands the two of you and understands your needs.
Kawanabota tagwa kankadiwa. Yutaka alwanji yumalidba. Tues mahawika siu awanta mo guika wansoba. Wakama nurawa. Dahupo botenyo go jucho picha. Gwem taba ni sochu. Norotoga proto lala shishi. Jubadosa jibacha. Ratak mansan. Tokosha na chitolo.
I was kind of hoping that mating with scruffy humans might have been the first on that list.
Wow. They say that, but I'm just gonna force lightning them twice and they're gonna die. Maybe 3 times.
Run? I didn't run from you two Shuddas last time. And this time, I'm gonna make sure you stay down. More where that came from.
See, predicted it. It's almost like I knew that was gonna happen. I know a Jedi does not use Force lightning, but we are not exactly a... While we are a good guy, we are a good guy in the sense that we will help people, but we're not going to go the true Jedi way of, like, non-combat. Because it's too fun to Force lightning things. If only they knew Goto wasn't on the ship.
I can't believe we just blew up Goto's yacht. That's gonna destabilize crime throughout this whole sector.
Yeah, well, you'll understand if I hold back the tears.
You don't understand. Crime in the YouTube system, it's like the economy. Plus the power vacuum. Even if Voga gets up and running again, the system is gonna be feeling the effects for
Yes, it
years
was.
to come.
Yeah, well, at least we didn't find that Jedi Master with the weird name. Zez, Kai, whatever it is.
Zez Kyle? Well, that's not true. I already found him. Actually, he found me first. He hired me to watch out for you, keep Goto off your back until he could meet with you. We'll need to head back to Nar Shaddaa, to that safe house off the docks. I said I'd meet up with him there if we ran into any trouble.
Great, we got another droid. We have 3 droids in the party now.
If you thought to escape my notice so easily, you would be wrong. As a token of my goodwill, I present to you a gift, this droid. It will serve
This
you
is a
well
torture
on your
droid, by the
journey.
way.
I'm afraid I do not understand what you mean. As I indicated, this unit will remain with you and guard you. It will also serve as an effective voice for my orders during your journey. I cannot harm you. You are the key to saving the Republic. Pray that you do not prove yourself otherwise.
Goto has joined the party. He has special powers over droids and cannot set off mines. Well, yeah, he can't set off mines because he floats.
So, you have returned from exile. Kavar thought you might, if only to wander your old battlegrounds. But I did not think you would come to Nar Shaddaa. Still, you were always a difficult one to read, both when you were tied to the Force, and even more when it was lost to you.
Why did he think I would
I do
return?
not know. It was a sense he had, and he had served in war, as you had. Perhaps he thought he understood you, or maybe he simply hoped he did. He felt you were the key to understanding the threat we face. The others were not so certain, but so many of them are gone now, as you no doubt know. He sensed some connection between you and many of the worlds touched by war. He thought by traveling to such places, he could achieve understanding. No doubt. I think the answers will provide us both with some measure of peace. I have kept secrets for far too long. They have scattered, but there is purpose in their movements. It is both to hunt and draw out our enemies. Somehow, we, are being targeted through the Force, and when Jedi gather, we are vulnerable. So we have chosen places where it is difficult to sense others through the Force, whether on planets dense with life, or touched by war. In such places, we may conceal ourselves, gather information without presenting ourselves as targets. It was part of Kavar's plan. Yes, he felt if our enemy cannot detect us, then perhaps they would believe themselves victorious and show themselves. And we knew that the war would be lost if we continued to act as we had. I do not know where they wander now. There are few of us, though. Too few, and I have not heard from them in some time. Vrook still lives? I had not
Vrook
felt
was
his
on
presence
Dantooine.
for some time. What I can tell you, I will. We told you it was because you followed Revan to war, but you ask because you are not certain of that answer, nor were we. The day we cast you out, that is the moment I decided to leave the Order, because I do not believe we truly faced the reasons you were exiled, and if we do not examine such truths, then we are already lost. I think it was because we were afraid. It is a difficult thing to live one's life with the Force. To see a vision of what it would be like to be severed from it, it is more frightening than you know. Very well. Ah, so the records of your trial were found. Good. Sometimes I think this galaxy would be a better place if there were less Jedi secrets. But I have
Right?
no answer for you, as much as I would like to give one. We vowed never to speak of it, and although I would not keep promises to Jedi, I keep promises I make to others. And Kavar was a friend. If we were gathered as one, then the promise might be revoked. Until then, I had thought perhaps that here upon the Smuggler's Moon, I might find some evidence of the threat we faced. The bounties on Jedi and their disappearance. I did not believe the two were connected, but there was a chance. And the strong currents of life here on Nar Shaddaa make perceiving a Force user difficult. I could use it to cloak my movements and watch without being discovered. No, you are right. That is not the whole truth. It is difficult to detect a Force user on Nar Shaddaa, and I knew it. This threat we face, it leaves wounds in the Force when it strikes. It leaves nothing. To live life without the Force, to vanish and die and leave only an echo, it was terrifying. To be connected to all life around you, then to have it stripped, I can only imagine what it must have been like for you. But even that imagining cannot compare with the truth. But there is more than that. On Nar Shaddaa, one cannot escape what was left from the Jedi Civil War. From the failure of the Masters, from our failure to properly train Jedi, came disaster. And I wondered if perhaps the teachings of the Jedi had been our failing all along. There have been so many failures by teachers who believed in the code with all their being. Master Arca failed Ulic, as Master Boss failed Exar Kun, as Kay and Zar and the others of the Council failed Revan and Malak. For all the acts we do to preserve the galaxy, from such an arrogance that all we do is right and just, I wonder if there is a counter-effect that is created that strikes back at us. Exar Kun, Ulic Keldroma, Malak, Revan, you, all Jedi. There is something wrong in the Force, a wound, a sound that is growing, like a scream. You can hear it echo on Nar Shaddaa. Sometimes when the moon is on orbit, it is a frightening thing to feel, that perhaps being connected to all life is not enlightenment at all, but simply another doom. And I think that maybe, perhaps, to forsake the Force as you did, to cut loose our bonds, may not be the wrong thing to do. You taught me something important in the Council Chamber long ago, Exile, and it has stayed with me all these years. You were right to do what you did. Everything you did.
That's all I wish to know. What happens now?
Now I must take up the role I was ready to cast aside. This threat has finally revealed itself, and we Jedi will need to stand together. I did not speak fully of what I have felt. Staying on Nar Shaddaa, it is an exile of sorts, one that I have chosen. I, too, lost a Padawan on Malachor, not to the battle, but to the alternative, to the teachings that Revan brought from the unknown regions. And I was not the only Jedi Master to watch a student turn on them. No, they were not to blame, but many of the Order did so. It was a difficult time, a time of strong emotion. Perhaps the Council, perhaps the Order itself, had grown arrogant in their teachings. It is easy to cast blame, but it is perhaps time the Order accepted responsibility for their teachings and their arrogance, and come to recognize that perhaps we are flawed. Not once did I hear one of the Council claim responsibility for Revan, for Exar Kun, for Ulic, for Malak, or for you. Yet, you were the only one who came back from the wars to face our judgment. And rather than attempting to understand why you did what you did, we punished you instead. Our one chance to see where we had gone wrong, and we cast it aside. And now, that decision has come back to us and may carry with it our destruction. Perhaps there is something wrong in us, in our teachings, and though I tried, I could not cause that thought to leave me, so I left the Council. And I was not the only one.
So this game takes place thousands of years before the prequel trilogy, the story we've all seen in the movies.
Make no mistake, I am no Jedi.
It's kind of funny because a lot of this ties into that stuff. Because the Jedi Order was still, even to the time of Luke and Anakin and them, was very arrogant.
It provides no comfort at all, for reasons in which I still must keep secret. Suffice to say, redemption was not Revan's choice, and I have never believed those of the Council who attempt to console themselves otherwise for the crime they committed. But we have spoken enough, I think, and words I think dull us both. Let us speak through the Force, through sparring. It has been some time since you have used the Force, it is true, but there are techniques to enhance one's tie to the Force, to make your influence through the Force more potent. Yet, even as such techniques can enhance the Force, they should be used cautiously. They can drain you quickly, leaving you at the mercy of your opponents.
Okay.
Perhaps exile has been good to you indeed. It has certainly not dulled
Currently
your
in the
instincts,
game?
nor the speed at which you learn. I shall go to Dantooine, to the ruins of the Enclave. If you gather the others, I will meet you there. And
or even in
thank
real
you,
life.
Exile. You're returning. It is good that you are back among us.